Warning, this product contains extreme nostalgia. Has your job got you down? Is adulting not as fun as you thought it would be? Do you want a way to recapture that happiness from when you were a kid? At Retrostalgia Box, you feel like a kid again. Comics, toys, and video games hand-curated from the past and straight to your door. Unbox happiness at retrostalgiabox.com. Once again, that's retrostalgiabox.com. Yeah! Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentleman, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentleman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Welcome back, everybody, to the Real World Chronicles. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is my AEW save. Pardon the interruption there, everybody. I was eating trail mix, okay? And trail mix, I know what happens every single time. The peanuts make my throat scratchy, but I eat it anyway because it's really good for you, and I like it, and then I pay for it. So that's why my voice just got funny on us, everybody. All right, this episode, we're going to do something a little bit differently here. We are due for AEW Battle of the Belts. We're going to do that tomorrow, in tomorrow's save. I've decided to go through our roster here and show you what I have done and what I plan on doing, and we're going to do it that way. So, as you can tell, we have cut quite a few wrestlers loose already. AEW just has this huge, massive, bloated roster, and, even with running 6 television shows, we still can't get all these wrestlers on every week. And I've already sent quite a few people down to Ring of Honor, like Danhausen and Hook and people like that, and we still have way too many wrestlers. So our television slots, let me show you this. The way TEW is laid out, and to try to keep it realistic with how the shows are really done, you're really only getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 matches a week on your major television, right? And then we have the dark matches, and then we have all of our B shows. So you don't need a roster of 100 and some people with only that many wrestlers. In order to build up popularity and to get these wrestlers over, they kind of got to be on TV every week, right? So here's what we're going to do. Let's take a look at our current roster, and you can see here's our current roster here, broken down into heavyweights, light heavyweights, special appearance. I got the ladies down here. You'll notice that my ladies roster is a lot smaller than what AEW really has, and that's because we formed Women of Honor Wrestling and sent quite a few of those women to Women of Honor Wrestling. Hey, I'm going to tell you flat out that most of the AEW roster, the female wrestlers, are not good. They need seasoning. They need training. And in this game, I'm doing it for real here. All right, managers. Jake Roberts is gone. Leva Bates, whatever the hell her name is, she's gone. Don Callis is gone. Jose, the assistant, is gone. Everybody else is still here. I don't know what happened there. We can go ahead and make that adjustment. I like Stokely Hathaway. And I am actually using Alex Abrahantes now for our television shows, which I think I pointed out. Mark Sterling might be next to be gone. JT Davidson might be gone. I don't know yet. All right, so when we check out our main roster here, these are the people that are on our main roster. You're going to notice I have 3 names with an asterisk next to them. And these are 3 people that I think are taking up roster spots, and we really don't need to spend the time on them. Now, before you get all excited and get angry, I'm going to explain why. All right, Jake Hager. What does Jake Hager really bring to AEW besides being the occasional muscle guy for Jericho? He brings nothing. Jake Hager at one time had a nice run in the sun there in the WWE, and he was good. But at this point of the game, the matches I've seen with him on TV and how he's used, he's really not that good in AEW. I think a guy like Jake Hager could go make money in Japan and probably be featured and do really well for himself in Japan, but he's got little to no charisma. He's average at best in the ring, and frankly, his skills are declining. And I like Jake Hager. I liked his run years ago in the WWE. But at this point in AEW, I really have no use for this guy. We're going to cut Jake Hager loose here, everybody, and I don't care what it costs. All right, we can release him. Sorry, Claudio. All right, Hager is gone, everybody. He is gone. That opens up another slot for somebody else to be used, okay? Josh Woods. Josh Woods, MMA guy, cool guy, big guy, and I wasn't even going to originally do this, but now I saw his name there. And he had his place, in Ring of Honor. And I think we still have him signed to Ring of Honor here. Let me double check here. All right. So he's 34. And can we send him to Ring of Honor? Yes, we're going to send Josh Woods to Ring of Honor, where he did well for himself. And I think he'll do just fine in Ring of Honor. Okay, so let's make the adjustment here to our Ring of Honor roster. There we go. There's Josh Woods in Ring of Honor and Ring of Honor only. All right, this feels good, getting rid of some of these people. All right, so we will bring this up here. Now, Satnam Singh. This guy is terrible. He's awful. I don't think there's any hope for this guy, to be honest. I think he's just another huge giant dude. And him on our roster, giants are always cool to have, right? Like they can do squash matches and stuff like that. But this guy's like as bad as Giant Gonzalez. All right? I mean, this guy, he's terrible. He's really bad. I'm getting him out of here. $22,000, it's worth it. He's gone. All right, Satnam Singh, gone. And I've had him in dark matches here in the game, and I'm sorry, but there's just not a whole lot of hope with this guy. Sean Spears, he's on the bubble with me. But Sean Spears looks like $1 million and can still go. He's just got a really weird gimmick. So I might send him on his way eventually. But for right now, he's safe. All right, we go over to the face side here. Keith Lee. All right. I understand that Keith Lee at some point had some value in the WWE. I get it. But what I've seen of him in AEW, he's not good. He's not good at all. And he's just a big fat dude, to be honest with you. And AEW has plenty of big dudes that can really go. Keith Lee is slow. He's another guy that I think his skill set is just gone. And I really don't have any use for him. So we're going to cut Keith Lee. Keith Lee. All right. It's going to cost us $105,000. It's worth it. Keith Lee is gone. All right, I'm feeling better already about all this. All right, so we bump everybody up here. The other thing about Keith Lee, too, is he's another guy, like his promos weren't any good. I just don't get it. All right, Lee Moriarty. This is a guy that I see nothing in. I really don't. Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee's old partner, can go in the ring, can talk a bit. I like him. He was another one that I considered letting go, but I'm going to keep him around for a little while. But Lee Moriarty with this firm thing and all this, he's not good. He's gone. All right. Here we go with Lee Moriarty. He's going to cost us $34,000. Good. He's gone. Okay. Another important thing I want to bring up, everybody, is look at all these people that we have injured still. Right? And most of them are really good wrestlers and people we can make some money with. Right? So we have to have a spot for them when they come back. All right, now we go over to the enhancement side. And trust me, there was about 15 more names each in here, and I cut these people loose. All right, Brock Anderson. I have not given up hope on Brock Anderson yet. Frankly, I don't want to piss off Arn Anderson because I like him as a road agent. So that's the reason we're going to hold on to him. Anthony Ogogo, this guy is a good athlete. He's a big dude, legitimate background. He's a good athlete. I'm not giving up on him. Boulder and Bronson, two big dudes. They have their purpose. Cesar Bononi, I like this guy. He's another big dude, good shape, has some potential. Nick Camarado has that unique, hairy George the Animal Steel look. I like him. JD Drake and his partner. Anthony Henry, I believe, is his partner. They're good enhancement guys. All right, Parker Boudreaux. This is another guy with a fantastic athletic background. He's bad. He's not good in the ring. We're cutting him loose. Simple as that. All right. Boudreaux is gone. All right. Leon Ruffin. I don't see it with this guy. I don't get it. Same thing with Aaron Solo. We're going to release Aaron Solo. We're going to release Leon Ruffin. And both of them are gone. Fuego del Sol, he'll hang around for a little while. I don't think he's a bad wrestler. And Helico, I don't think he's a bad wrestler. He's going to stick around for a little bit. QT Marshall, I think, is garbage. But he's going to stick around a little bit. Jorah Joel, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. He's bad. He's not good. Looks like $1 million, legitimate background. I hope the best for this guy, I really do. But for us, he's not good. All right, Jorah Joel is gone. Now don't be surprised if Ring of Honor maybe picks up some of these guys. But for us, there's no purpose. Lee Johnson, I don't see it in this guy either. He's not good. All right, Lee Johnson is gone. All right, there we go. So now we can bump up Anthony Henry here and old QT. All right, and this may get even smaller as time goes on, everybody. All right, so we can adjust our tag teams here, Anderson and Johnson. are no longer a team. Beretta and Taylor are. That whole best friends thing is stupid. And I'm going to tell you flat out, too, I think Orange Cassidy is dog shit. You heard me say it. I don't think the guy is good at all. I think his gimmick is silly. I think the way he works is silly. And who the hell is Pretty Picture? I think they're gone already, too. So Orange Cassidy is most likely going to start doing a lot of losing on television. I don't care if he quits. I know he has a place in AEW. People really like him. But like I said, I don't get it at all. You know, I don't get it with Darby Allin either. But at least Darby Allin's got a work rate. Orange Cassidy does not. And he's just another guy in another stable. All right, so there we go. We have cleaned house here, everybody. Now, speaking of stables, let's take a look at our stables here. And the Big Bad Jericho Appreciation Society still exists. I don't think this Dralisco guy is even on the roster, is he? Oh, he is. I didn't have him on my roster here. So we'll put him in there. There's Dralistico. All right, we'll go back to stables here. And this Roosh guy, Roosh is awful. He is awful. I don't know what happened to this guy. I kind of liked some of his Ring of Honor stuff from years ago, but he forgot how to wrestle. All his matches are the exact same. They don't make an ounce of sense. They're just random moves and stupid brawling crap outside and stuff that should have him disqualified every match. The guy is awful. Awful. As a matter of fact, we're sending him down to Ring of Honor permanently, and I'm taking him off the roster here. Getting all pissed off just thinking about it. The guy is not good. He just had a match against, and I realize I'm recording a couple weeks ahead. He just had a match against Bryan Danielson that I had all the hope in the world for, because you can't screw it up with Bryan Danielson, right? The guy's terrific. He screwed it up. The match was terrible. Somebody just needs to teach this guy to slow down and wrestle. All right, Roosh already works for Ring of Honor. Terrific. We're going to cut him loose. He is not an asset to the company. We'll take the 43,000. Done. All right, Pero Pelagroso. He's not bad. He's not terrible. He's not bad. We're going to send him away to Ring of Honor. Okay. So let's make the adjustment now. So they now have Roosh and Pero Pelagroso. Is that the dangerous dog? Is that what that stands for? I'm not very good with Spanish. I tried really hard for a long time, but I can't get over the male and female connotations for everything. It kept throwing me off and was difficult for me. All right, so let's go back and check out our stables. So La Facción, blah, 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 delete. Okay. The factory no longer needs to exist either. The firm, another useless factory or useless faction, but we'll keep it around here for a little while. And the global force does not need to exist either. I got no problem with Sanjay Dutt managing Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Sanjay Dutt is a talent. All right, so they are gone. Cool. All right, let's double check this. Jeff Jarrett. Where is Jeff Jarrett here? Here's Jeff Jarrett. And who is he? Manager Sanjay Dutt, which is cool with me. Let's get Jeff a different picture here, huh? I got no problem with Jeff Jarrett taking the occasional match. At his age, he's still got it. Okay, all we got is weird pictures. So it looks like we're stuck with that one. All right, where is Jay Lethal? I like Jay Lethal a lot. He's managed by Sanjay Dutt. Cool. Do we have Jay Lethal on our roster? I do not. We're going to put him on there. I think very, very highly of Jay Lethal. I think he's a tremendous wrestler. Luchasaurus has got potential. Ethan Page, despite the love handles, has potential. A guy I think I changed Big Bill's name to Big Bill Morrissey. You know what? He could go too. He's offering nothing. $22,000, it's worth it. All right. Big Bill is gone. No use for him. See how we just trim things up here, everybody? We still have too many wrestlers. Still. What we can do is form the tag team of Jarrett and Lethal. And we're going to do that because they do actually work well together, those two. So here we go. Here is Jeff Jarrett. Here is Jay Lethal. And keep in mind, everybody, those people that we let go that were under enhancement, we can go ahead and pick them up when we're in towns. So it's not like they're never going to wrestle for us again. This TJ thing is ridiculous. Jay and Mello. Save team. Yeah, Henry and JD Drake are the work horsemen. What is Thunderst? Oh, yeah. There's Top Flight. We can adjust to Parker and Menard. Drop that stupid best friends thing. And Dante Martin and him don't exist. We can delete that team. All right, I'm happy for now, everybody. So there we go. There is our roster. And you know what? I totally forgot that we have the Kingdom on our roster. We have not been using them. That's two other guys that are on here. So we have Matt Taven and Mike Bennett that we can add here. See? See how this roster just keeps growing? There's guys I didn't even pay attention to that were on here before. Anybody else? Anybody else? Private Party, we use them. All right, you can see finance. We've lost some serious coin this month, but a lot of that is to adding Women of Honor, also adding to Honor Club. So all this stuff makes a difference. And we have to check here with broadcasters. Can we get Rampage and Dynamite on it? Yeah, we can. It's no problem. All right, so we should get Dynamite on there also. And we do. Very good. So I'm telling you what, if you got Honor Club, you're getting some really good stuff right now. Getting all these shows. Just terrific. Plus, our events like Battle of the Belts will also be on there. I want to check to see if TNT, if we have a deal with them for events. Apparently we do not. So why don't we do a 5-year deal for events? Wow, they want an event a month? That's too much. That's too many events. Let's see if we can't try something else here. Wow. All right, it looks like Battle of the Belts is going to be on Honor Club, everybody. What about TBS? Are they going to be crazy too? TBS doesn't want to negotiate with us. All right, you see how that goes, everybody. All right, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. That's how we do it with the roster. And I definitely think we have strengthened ourselves up here and trimmed off a lot of fat that we don't need. Some of you may find some of my decisions controversial, and I totally understand if you do. Feel free to leave a message below and complain, and we can talk about it. And I'm doing my best to learn about new modern wrestling, everybody, and this is just how I see it. So, for all of you that also follow the Supermod, you can find the Supermod at patreon.com/PowerCast Network. You can also find it at braddrake.net. Just remember, the latest and greatest is on Patreon, and the one step behind is over on braddrake.net. Check us out on social media, facebook.com/group/1987 Supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Also, check us out on Discord. 1987 Supermod is where you'll find us over on Discord. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.